Amen?
Amen.
That's the only way we know the way. When you come up here to the altar and you pray to God, you did not receive a map. You must still lean upon the hand of God to make it to your eternal place. I believe a lot of us is trying to get to heaven like it's a treasure hunt. Well, if I go over here and do something good, that's one point. But I take 8 steps over here and do something good, that's another point. You're lying to yourselves. This ain't no treasure hunt, folks. It's a treasure hunt, I guess you could say, ultimately, because we're hunting to get to heaven. We're trying to get there, but we're treating it totally different. It's so important to realize that as the new year comes, you have a new chance. Because that means everything of that last year has passed away. It's over. It's not going to come back. It's done. So as we go into 2014, are we going to do things different? Or are we going to try to repeat 2013? I believe as a whole we want to grow. Amen?
Amen.
I believe some of you are scared of growth. Amen?
Amen.
But I believe with all my heart and with the surety of Christ that we can get closer to God, we can grow as a church, we can become more Christ-like if we're willing to turn it over to Him. And I believe that a lot of us has held on to it. You know, when I speak up here, I'm speaking under the authority of God. I don't care what anybody else says, that's what He told me and that's what I know. He says that I was speaking under His authority and I would speak with boldness. And so that's what I pray to do. And so I believe that a lot of us has held things in for a long time that's hindered our relationship with God. And I'm telling you today that if you want to reach out and say, I'm going to get closer to God, let something go and He'll reach out to you. I'm going to tell you, we've got to let some of the past go to go forward. We've talked about them old chains. They sing about them and a ton of different gospel songs. Them chains are burdens that have imprisoned you upon this earth. And if you're not willing to unlock the lock and let some links go, you're going to continue to carry them. And that chain's going to continue to grow, because if you drag a chain across the field, what's it do? It gathers things up. It will continue to gather and together, and as it gathers things up, the chain gets heavier and heavier and heavier until you feel like you can't pull it anymore. I'm going to tell you what, our lives seem to get that way. Our lives start to get heavier and heavier, and the links get longer, and the chain continues to grow, and the weight continues to increase to the point to where we're just starting to think, God, why are we even doing this anymore? It's not that God's done anything different. It's that you won't let go. Letting go is one of the hardest things we could ever do. Amen? Letting go and saying, God, just have your way. That's the hardest thing we could ever do, because we're relinquishing every personal feeling that we ever had for our lives. Every single personal goal that we've ever tried to obtain, we're relinquishing to God. We're saying, I want to wipe all that out. And whatever you want, I will accept. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that they've done that, but I haven't seen the works of a lot of people that's done it. I believe that it has been done. I just believe it's said that it's done more than it's actually done. I believe that if we're going to get closer to God, it starts with letting something go and reaching out for something new. I know some of us wouldn't get rid of our car if we had to push it around, because that was our car. It has a sentimental value, and we're going to hold on to it forever. And if we got to hire somebody to push us around Lewisburg in it, we're going to drive that car. And then there's others that they misfired one time, said it's time to go. I'm telling you, if you want to experience something great, you've got to reach out for something new. Because you've already experienced what last year had to offer. Reach out for something in the new year. Paul was in prison. He could have sat there and he could have wrote some of the most horrible sob letters you've ever read in your life about how the food and how they treated him, and he couldn't do this and he couldn't do that, and it's just horrible. But you know what? He wanted to write letters of encouragement to the churches. Them same letters that are read in churches today. Encouragement that we can succeed if we continue to reach out. We can succeed if we let yesterday go. Who's willing to do that this morning? Who's willing to get ready to start their new year off with something new? Let's go ahead and have an offering call.